So someone in this energy is even access to points, rewards, credits, perks. You're discovering hidden resources that weren't there before. Access to peace, because in the past someone had you really stressed out and overwhelmed for apparently no reason at all, because you should be in a celebratory mode right now. You're receiving attention and there's full blast momentum coming towards you that is impossible to stop. Whoever these haters were that wanted you feeling like you owed them something is basically given to you at the end of the day, because you're going to use that isolation that they were trying to isolate you with and run into your 10 of cups, your 10 of pentacles here. And also the people in your life, when this 10 of cups, 10 of pentacles comes in, these are people who you can share with. These are people who genuinely love you and support you, and they're willing to give their heart for you to survive. Is the vibe that whoever this was from the past who was pretending to give their all just was coming, and this is exactly what they were trying to block you from receiving that momentum. Okay, so if this is your energy, definitely stick around. We're getting into it. And keep in mind that all of my messages are general. If you like to book a personal reading, you can do so by sending your question and payment through PayPal. All of my prices are in my bio, and I'll get back to you within the same day. Thank you so much for your business. I look forward to working with you. Now let's get into this message. The message is you're discovering hidden resources, points, rewards, credits, perks, something about a guest list, you being included on the guest list. Keep trusting your momentum. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted. So from that energy, I feel like there's a chance that someone was either included or excluded from a guest list. And so there's some energy here to, okay, so it feels like you're being removed from one group and added to another. And someone's getting over the fact that they were from whatever wasn't meant for you. It's the vibe that there was a group of individuals who were jealous of you, and so they wanted to make it seem like you were doing something wrong. But because you were rejected, you're now being accepted by this group that you actually belong with. So more energy on the points and rewards. Yeah, it feels like it was difficult for you to try and fit into this group because they were haters. So they were never going to let you feel like you were doing anything right. And for some of y'all, you could have felt like you were mentally slow, or like there was something genuinely wrong with you, but it was just the energy that they were giving off, because they didn't want you to feel like you're as amazing as you are. Okay. So I feel like the genuine guest list that you're being invited to, or your name was removed from one book and put into another book, true supporters. These are people who they didn't know which way you were going. And it was almost like if they lost you, their whole world would have crumbled. Yeah, it feels like there's someone invested in you, and someone who's willing to put their heart on the line so that you can get it together and see where you belong. It feels like this person is willing to make themselves look silly or foolish so that you can grab a hold of them. It feels like they're extending an arm or helping hand so that you can grab a hold. It almost feels like someone's in the water in an ocean struggling, like they can't swim. And so it feels like this person is throwing you a raft or a life raft. What else is going on in this energy? You're being told to keep moving forward and trust your momentum, because in this energy, whoever, it feels like that's genuinely how they feel. So they were just putting off the energy that they feel and hoping that you would absorb all of their negativity. But it feels like there was a slip. Like this person got tangled up and forgot that they were supposed to be here. They made you realize that they weren't really for you. So you're about to discover something really important about yourself. Because it feels like at the end of this whole game, you play by the rules, you follow all the rules, you did everything right, and it's almost like you're coming out with a per score. So there's something about the rewards, and also something really interesting about the way you pronounce words, the way you shape your mouth around the word is part of your momentum, something you're following. You could be going through, maybe you had a speech impediment and you're going through physical therapy or some kind of speech therapy because you're meant to be a speaker. And there's something about a guest list, someone who's speaking on your behalf, someone who's fighting for you. And again, they're putting themselves on the line. They're willing to risk their reputation in order to get you to the front of the line. They want you to experience the spotlight because it feels like you're giving them something that's pushing them forward. They're coming off like, and possibly everything you experience because of this situation is helping to further their cause. This is your energy. If you're resonating, book a reading. So let's get closer to this energy. You have the world coming out, and I am getting that there's an overwhelming majority of people who support you in this energy. And that's how I feel where these perks and credits are coming from. The rewards. There's a reward system here that recognizes everything that you've been through. And it's almost in a glance, in a flash. It feels like your life flashed before your eyes, like you could have lost your entire career. People were losing respect for you all in a matter of seconds. And then something happened where someone stood up, and it was basically like, look, like almost like a guy standing up and pulling down his pants, like, I'm in my boxers, like shifting the attention. So they focused on you. They focused on them instead of whatever you were stressing about. There's definitely some overwhelm here. And someone stressed about who they are. So whoever this person is that stood up for you and defended you, they're coming out now as adding your name to this new guest list. It's almost like you in a situation in the past. And this person who was bullying you, they knew exactly what your potential was. But then somehow they got twisted and tangled and thinking they were you and thought that they were already being accepted in where you belong. And so they tried to get rid of you. This person came in with an offer that is almost like take it or leave it. Yeah, because you got the Ten of Cups coming out. So this person basically is a Page of Pentacles compared to the Ten of Cups. They were offering you art, but at the same time, there's so much more that's coming towards you. And that's what I feel like this energy is, that you had respect for someone in your life and you saw a possible potential relationship with this person. It also feels like a coworker betrayed you to some extent. Like they saw that you were about to get a promotion. They saw that you were being lifted up by your peers and colleagues. And so they wanted to jump in and stop that momentum. But this person is being trampled on. Yeah, it's like oh wow, they're definitely being trampled. It's like they stood up to take your spotlight, but then they didn't realize that they weren't the only ones in line. They weren't the only ones who noticed you. They tried to make it seem like you were the only person in their life, or they were the only person. So just trust that everything is moving exactly the way it's supposed to be moving, and you're not losing out on this person because they've exposed themselves for being a backstabber. I feel like you're in total peace at this time because in that moment where you were showing loyalty to someone who hated you. And so this group of people who supported you, they stood up, rule taker. You don't want her, rule taker. Just like how people are saying, I don't know how Michael Jackson is white and Eminem is black. Like, well, you could have them. Is that energy like, it's like your own people traded on you. But wherever you're going, you're accepted. They didn't want you because you're not meant to be part of that group. energy that they were trying to siphon the entire time. This is powerful energy that can go between classes, between levels, and it just feels like even realms. You can move wherever you want and you have access. That's the word I'm hearing, access. Total access. If this is your energy, definitely let me know in the comments. I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks to everyone who stuck around to the end. I love you guys.